to get in there. And I think it's going to be Bluefield ball because it was touched by a Knight, popped back out, and Bluefield jumps on top of it.
Yeah, you let that go, you fall on it.
And it is a Bluefield ball.
Yeah, first down, Bluefield.
Yeah, the Knights able to block it. Then they try to jump on it, can't hold on to it. Bluefield jumps on it and gets it, and the ball will be spotted at the 20. And that's where the Rams will get the ball back.
It's a loss of a yard, but they get a new set of downs.
Yeah, lucky break there after the block punt. It looked like it was going to be a great setup for the Knights after the block punt. Austin Hunt able to get in there and get a hand on it, and then not able to hold on to it are the Knights. Herstich, and the offense comes right back out there. 11:05, 17-0 to score. The Rams on top of the Knights here in an Appalachian Athletic Conference NAIA matchup. It goes over to Calico. Makes one miss. Gets it up to the 22.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 if they change the down marker on the far side. Seemed like the Change have had a rough 2 days. Last night we saw some change.
Get moved a little early. As that one's going to be hit in the backfield, and they're going to bring the quarterback down for a loss back at the 20. Yeah, that was an interesting situation last night, Perry.
Yeah, I was explaining that to Mark on the way down, and still, I don't know why that wasn't changed.
They needed
It
19.
was a correctable error, and they needed 19. They picked up.
I think it was 16.
They picked up 14, and they were 5 yards short, but got the first down because the Change moved.
Herstich set to throw. Goes into the flat to Calico. He'll get hit, and that should be a flag for a horse collar tackle, and it will be. The flag flies in there. Tackle made there by Irwin. That's going to be another 15 added onto it at the 30, so that'll move the ball up to the 45 after the horse collar personal foul. And horse collars and face masks are pretty easy to see.
Yeah, that's
the way you get whipped around and go down. I understand, understand it happens. Sometimes you reach out and you don't mean to. So the ball moved up to the 45 here of Bluefield after the penalty there. Toss it over to the back, and he'll run it up to the 50. So he'll pick up a 5 there on first down.
I don't know that we've ever been down to Laurinburg and it hasn't been windy. Because we get closer to the coast of North Carolina, sometimes it today's not as bad as it was last time, though.
No, sir, it is not. As the ball carrier there was Robert Hughes Togue. Or no, wrong person. I got 226. It's James Thomas, the running back from California, as Herstich set to throw, goes deep, and that's going to be just out of the reach of Thomas Lee. Yeah, they had 226s here, and I looked down and I saw 2 of them after I said that. But the one who had that last play for the pickup of 5, James Thomas, running back from Artwater, California. So a long ways from California to Virginia.
3rd and 6.
4 receivers set here for Herstich. Set to throw. Rolls right, tosses into the flat. That one's going to fall incomplete as he tries to get it to Gray.
Let's see if they decide to go for it or punt it and try to pin St. Andrews deep in their territory.
And it looks like they're sending the punting team out there. As I see the punter heading out there for the Rams. Joey Dales out to do the punting, and back deep is going to be Williams for the Knights. He stands back at his own 10, Williams does. Dales able to get that one away. A good spiral punt that'll be fielded at the 10 by Williams. He'll be hit instantly after the catch, and he'll be down to the 10. So good coverage there by the Rams. Tackle made there by, well, I don't know what one it was. There's two number 20s. We've got a Dustin Reagan and a Stacy Williams. One of those two made the tackle. Both of them are the same height and about the same weight. So
it should be the one listed. Well, you never know. I won't even go there.
Yeah, well, one's a wide receiver. The other one's a defensive back. So
let's say the defensive back.
So we'll go Stacy Williams on that one. First and 10 here for the Knights with the ball at their own 10. Leggett with the carry. Lowers the shoulder, gets across the 15 and down at the 17. So a 7-yard run there for Leggett on first down. And the Knights have 8:29 to score here. They will receive second half kickoff. The Knights will. Trailing by 17 right now. Want nothing more than a touchdown. Come out, trips left, one right. McCoy, the man down here to the bottom. And that's where Fowler looks. Goes to McCoy. McCoy makes the catch and enough for the first down. I'm going to say he's at the 18. No, the 20. What are they going to say?
They're going to rule it incomplete.
Okay, they'd say they were picking the ball up. Looked like they were going to set it down. But instead, they say incomplete there. They'll move the ball back, and that'll bring up a third down. So the ball at the 17 here for the Knights. Third down and 3. Four receiver set for Fowler and Leggett in the backfield. Play clock at 5. Fowler gets it off in time. Set to throw, goes middle of the field, finds McCoy. McCoy streaking near side. And he'll be hit across the 40 and down at the 41 in a big clock at 5. Fowler gets it off in time. Set to throw, goes middle of the field, finds McCoy. McCoy streaking near side. And he'll be hit across the 40 on that one. That moves the ball to the 41 of the Knights with 7:48 remaining here. Trips left, McCoy down here at the bottom by himself again. Give to Leggett.
Pickup of 7 will make it second, and we'll make it third, and we'll call it 5. It's a short 5. I think if they get a jump, they will get a first down. Big third down for St. Andrews. They were able to convert the last one on the 24-yard pickup pass. We'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, agreed. A huge third down here. You want to try to score before half because you get the opening half kickoff, and your defense has been able to stop the Rams a couple of times. Fowler set to throw. He does, and that one's going to fall incomplete as he throws it at the feet there of McCoy. And looks like the punting unit's heading out there as they jog out onto the field here for the Knights. And I'm kind of curious on if they're going to try some trickery here and maybe try a fake punt. But I don't think they will. I don't see it happening.
May try to draw them off.
May try to draw them for sure. Kicking into the win is going to be Cook. And they are going to go for a trick play. They get the direct snap, and he's got enough for the first down. And a good job by the Knights there as they run the trick play. And is going to be Cook. And they are going to go for a trick play. They get the direct snap, and he's got enough for the first down. And a good job by the Knights there as they run the by Robert Curtin. Able to get the first down, knowing that they get the ball to start the second half, and needing points to shrink this 17-point lead.
First and 10 at the 43, 5:25 to go.
Fowler gets the snap and gives it to Leggett. Leggett runs it up the middle, and he'll pick up about 4 there and get the ball to the 39. I don't know what made me think they could potentially go for that, but for some reason I did. And they were able to get it. 2nd down and 6 here. 3 receivers. 1 left, 2 right. Fowler set to throw. Looks deep. Got a man of Cook. Cook gets the catch, and he's in there for a touchdown. The first points of the day. 1 left, 2 right. Fowler set to throw. Looks deep. Got a man of Cook. Cook gets the catch, and he's in there for a touchdown. And a big touchdown for the Knights. Their defense has been able to stop the Rams the last few drives. If they get another stop here, they have a chance to get right back into this ball game before halftime, pending the extra point here. The snap, the place, the kick, it is no good. As the score remains 6-17 with 4:42 here in Laurinburg. And the Knights are now on the scoreboard after a good call there by head coach Robert Kurt, calling a little bit of a trickery play there, where he decides to do a snap to the running back who runs for the. Oh, I think St. Andrews gets it, don't they? I thought Bluefield got the ball to start.
That's right, they did. You're right.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong.
No, you're right. I got the blue colors confused.
So I think St. Andrews will receive second half. And then, like you said, if they get a stop here, they still have all 3 timeouts, Perry. And if you get a stop, got all 3 timeouts, 4:42 remaining, you have a shot here to get within 5 heading to half, which would be huge after trailing by 17. There's the kick. Be fielded at the 20. Far side, finds a hole, turns it upfield, and gets it out to around the 45. Return man there was Darnell Patrick. 5'5", 180, senior from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, so I was looking at something there the other day. They put up a thing online showing the playoff bracket, the updated playoff bracket when they have the 12 teams, and Cincinnati would have been the team that got the at-large bid. You know who they would have got to dance with? Georgia. That would not have been fun. As Hirsch set to throw, looks far side towards Ebron, and he makes the basket catch. He's still on his feet at the 10 and running. And he'll be thrown out of bounds, and a flag tossed down at the 12. He's shoved out of bounds at the 10. And a big play there by the Rams on first down as they went for a huge shot down the field. Wait and see what the call is here on the field. I didn't see it from the white hat.
Yeah, we don't have the microphone system working today.
But whatever it was, it moves them half the distance to the goal, and the ball spotted at the 5. Yeah, I didn't see a signal on the field of what the call was, but that moves the ball up to the 5-yard line for the Rams, and they are within striking distance.
Yeah, Pizza Hut red zone.
They almost blew through it. Hand the ball off to Kaliko, and he'll run it in there for the touchdown. 2 plays, and they strike quick. 4 minutes remaining here. Only 42 seconds that took, that drop. Makes the score now 23-6, pending the extra point. Dales lines up for it. The snap, place, hold, and kick is up. It's good. That makes the score 24-6 here in Laurinburg as the Rams let the Knights go down there and score and then answer right back with a quick one themselves after that defense for the Knights been able to slow the Rams down there a little bit.
Yeah, it's not something St. Andrews wanted right there, was to give up a quick score. Obviously, they are going to get the ball back with still some time left on the clock here, right at 4 minutes. And yes, folks, that was me that just hit the camera. But we're good. And, so they got time to answer here if they get something on the board, and they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Williams back deep to receive alongside Irwin. Williams lined up on the left hash, Irwin on the right. Halftime show coming up here at halftime from Laurinburg, where we'll have updates on our Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard, and we'll also have first half stats from both teams.
Yeah, Ben Minot Shop, Click, and Drive, folks. It's that easy. You can shop for any vehicle online. You can pick it out, arrange for financing, fill all the paperwork out. They'll even deliver it to you at Shop, Click, and Drive, Ben Minot Chevrolet in Concord.
They have a huge selection of vehicles, too. 3 receivers set here, and they move Crowder in motion. Fowler set to throw, and Ant Carpenter is who he was looking for, but he never turned around. He kept streaking down the sideline, and Fowler flipped that one to him, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he's lucky there wasn't anybody there on the defense.
You are right on that. I don't know if I've ever seen the ball boy carry a speaker around with him on the sideline.
So 2nd and 10 here with the ball to 25. Give to Carpenter. And he'll pick up 1, get it out to the 26. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 here. I'm going to say 2, actually, give him the 27, so makes it a 3rd and 8 here for the Knights.
St. Andrews just 5 of 17 in the air today. Yeah, tough go at it.
Yeah, typically pretty good through the air the Knights are. Today, just in this first half, not on the same page. Fowler set to throw. Goes near side here and overthrows McCoy and into the sideline. That's going to bring up a 4th and 8, and here comes the punting unit. And this time here, I don't think they're going to try to do anything trick. I think you're just going to punt the ball away. 3:15, so only had the ball in their hands for 45 seconds there.
Yeah, that incomplete pass stopped the clock twice, and it'll go quick when the clock stops like that.
Yeah, you had 45 seconds for the Knights on that drive, then it only took 42 seconds for Bluefield to score, and they almost blocked that one, and a flag does fly in. That takes a bounce at the 50. Be down at the 49 of Bluefield, but a flag back here near the punter. I have to see if that's running into or roughing.
If that's roughing the punter, then every call in America needs to be roughing the punter.
Yeah, that definitely should be running into. It won't be enough for the first down.
No, so they'll you can repunt it, though. You can take the penalty, make it 4th and 3, 4th and 2, and repunt it and hope that you get a better punt, but into the wind, you'll be punting it. And that's actually
yeah, running into the kicker there.
See, it's going to be 4th and
should be out 4th and 3.
I don't understand this. It's 4th and 13. Yeah, now they're fixing it because it was 4th and 8, 3rd and 8, 4th and 8.
Yep.
And then, like I said, the Change are having a rough week.
Now they got it right. They got the ball up to a 4th and 3 and move it up to the 32, which would be the correct spot for the football. So this one here they got right, Perry.
You are correct.
Cook set to punt this one away.
Of course, it also gives you a better shot at getting.
And a timeout called by Bluefield.
Yeah, timeout Bluefield. So 3:06 to go, 24-6. Bluefield leads it by 18 here. St. Andrews and Laurinburg, North Carolina. Mark Clemens, Perry Gabriel, James Mellick on the call here for you today. And, we did our high school game last night, and James Robinson's going to go to Chase over in Forest City and play Chase next week.
Yep.
Mount Pleasant's going to make the trip to that's going to be a battle of what a lot of people call the best two little football towns in North Carolina is the town of Maiden. They come out and support their football really, really well, and we all know from our experience that Mount Pleasant folks do the same for the Tigers, but the Tigers going to go over to Maiden next week, make the trip over to 321, and
Northwest will be at home.
And Northwest Cabarrus will be at home, and I've lost their opponent. Thomasville Ledford is the opponent for the Northwest Cabarrus Trojans. A.L. Brown and Hickory Ridge both put out of the playoffs last night, and Cox Mill advances as well. And so a good night for Cabarrus County High School football up in our area. And
that matchup between Northwest and Ledford is going to be a battle because Ledford likes to sling the rock. They are a heavy pass team from Thomasville. As Cook set to punt this one. He gets it away. Wolf stands back, and it'll be jumped on by the Knights at the 39. And that's where Bluefield takes over with 2:55, leading 24-6. We look ahead real quick while we have a second. Bluefield plays Kentucky Christian next week, and the St. Andrews Knights are home again here on November 12th for their final home game and final game of the season against Point University. Ball spotted at the 40 here. 1st and 10 for the Rams. They toss that one over to Clicko in the flat. He gets to the 50 before being dragged down from behind by Austin Hunt. They're going to spot him officially at the 48, and the flag flies in from the umpire, and have to be thinking he's calling a horse collar there. But I think you picked that flag up. I think that was a clean tackle by Austin Hunt. They wave it off. That's the right call. I think that was the right call there. Moves the ball up to the St. Andrews 48 here, and a 1st down and 10 with 2:45. Quarterback set to throw, looks near side, got a man, and just out of the reach as it's off the fingertips there of Thomas Lee. Herstich is slinging it down the field today. Not scared to put some air under it.
2nd and 10. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass, 2:40.
From up here at our vantage point there, Perry, I just want to ask. They got the quarterback there of Nathan Herstich listed at 5'11". You think that's being generous? Or you think he looks 5'11" and everybody else around him just a little bigger?
He does have cleats on, so that adds a 1/4 of an inch.
As Herstich in the backfield dancing around there. He's going to throw it. He gets a man, and that goes through the hands there of Gray. Everybody else around him just a little bigger.
He does have cleats on, so that adds a 1/4 of an inch.
As Herstich in the backfield dancing around there. He's going to throw it. He gets a man, and that goes through.
Might be pushing it.
I'd say he's pretty close to. He might be a little bit. He might be 5'11", but from my vantage point, he might be just a hair shorter than that. But he's not letting him stop him today because he is throwing the rock. Trips right, 2 left, empty backfield. Herstich set to throw. Middle of the field, and Gray slips and falls, and that'll fall incomplete on 3rd and 10. And a good stop there by the Knights after the big pickup there to get them across midfield. And that'll bring out the punting unit for the Rams, and another chance for the Knights to get on the scoreboard.
The Knights have gotten a couple stops on the last 2 drives, but unable to put together anything. They've had to block punt and then forced another punt, then gave up the touchdown after the big play, and now they got to stop here. But they do trail 24-6.
Williams back deep to receive here, stands at his own 5. Dale's able to get it. Pressure gets to him, able to get it away. Williams lets it take a bounce. Will grab it at the 3, but called fair catch. They're going to say the 2.
Yeah, he raised his hand. That's going to be a penalty, too. That'll be a delay of game.
Yep.
Anytime you call fair catch and you take it and you take off running with it, one, you're opening yourself up to getting hit. And I won't even use the word hit, to getting nailed.
Oh, yeah.
And then you also get the penalty for delay of game.
A flag spotted at the, the 2? So that'll push them back to the 1, and that's where the Knights offense will take over.
And this is where you really have to be careful. You don't want to.
Yeah, this is a dangerous spot here for the Knights.
Coming up, the Ben Minot Shop Click and Drive halftime show. We'll have some stats for you, courtesy of the St. Andrews Athletic Sports Information Office, and also some updates on college football games going on the early games this afternoon. So 1st and 10, St. Andrews pinned deep in their own territory.
Yeah, ball back at their own 1 with 2:16 here. Leggett the back in the backfield. 4 receiver set. Fowler set to throw. Quick release, gets it far side to Cook. Cook gets it out, and now they got some breathing room all the way up to the, I don't know, visually spot it. Haven't set the ball yet. The 10. So I'll set it at the 10, so I'll pick up a 9 there. Stopped by Williams on the play, but a good catch there by Cook. And way to be composed in the backfield there of Fowler. 2nd and 1. Fowler set to throw again. Goes back to Cook and not on the same page, as that one was about 3 or 4 yards short.
Will be incomplete. Stops the clock.
Stops clock with 1:37. The Knights would want nothing more than a 2-for-1 here. They can put up points here and then score on their first possession after they receive second half kickoff. That would be ideal for the Knights. 3rd and 1 here with the ball from their own 10. Fowler set to throw. They get the first down as they toss that to the receiver there. Cook. Cook stays on his feet, and he gets the ball all the way down to the 25 from their own 10. Fowler set to throw. They get the first down as they toss that to the receiver there. Cook. Cook stays on his feet, and he gets the ball. Call timeout?
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the change. It's 1st and 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Because the official here, the side judge, came in waving his hands. It's like a timeout maybe have been called from St. Andrews. The clock is stopped at 1:27, but they're going to back him up. There must have been a flag on the field.
Did he put his hands behind his back?
I didn't see it. I
think that's what he did. So I don't know how that was an illegal forward pass.
They say, yeah, I didn't even see the official until I looked over there.
Well, now they got to figure out where the chains are.
So the ball spotted at
we're at the 25. Now we're at the
12.
12. So
So 1st and 10 for the Knights from their own 12.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. Not sure what happened there. Fowler's set to throw. Dumps it off over to Leggett. He gets the first down, and he'll get out of bounds at the 23. There. Fowler's set to throw. Dumps it off over to Leggett. He gets the first down, and he'll get out of bounds. Added some time back to it, because when I looked over there, it was down to about 113.
First and 10.
Ball at their own 23 with 117 here. Fowler set to throw again. He's got time this time. Rolls to his right, airs one out towards McCoy, and that one's off the back of the defender. No flag flies in. And I don't know how a flag wasn't thrown there, because the defender never turned around and played the ball there. Wolf. I mean, Wolf never played the ball. And even the coach trying to make his case here on the sideline for the Knights, wondering why. Because Wolf never played it, Perry.
Yeah, and coach and the fans giving their official plenty of it right now.
Second and 10 here. Fowler swallowed up in the backfield as he pulled that one out of the belly of Leggett. He'll go down for a loss of 6. 1 minute, 1 second left here on a timeout call there by Bluefield. With a 3rd down and 16 here for the Knights coming up.
Yeah, Bluefield's thinking, let's get the ball back and see if we can get another score here in this first half.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, they got the wind at their advantage. They got them behind the chains. A 3rd and 16 they're facing. They're deep in their territory. The wind will be the Knights will be kicking into the wind, so they could get good field starting position here. I don't hate the call there from Bluefield, calling the timeout, hoping for a shot to get the ball back and a chance to score. Head coach there for Bluefield is Dwayne Lusk. Also the quarterbacks and wide receivers
there's some
coach.
discussion with the head coach and the referee about
head coach Robert Curtin
looking at the clock.
And they put 2 seconds back on it. So now 1:03 on the clock. 3rd down and 16 here for the Knights. 1:03 left here in the first half. They give it off to Leggett. He runs up the middle and gets back to the line of scrimmage. And
we'll get the timeout.
Yep.
Bluefield.
And that'll stop the clock with 54 seconds as Bluefield gets that timeout in. That's their final timeout here of the first half. While we have a second, we want to remind you of our Ben Minot Shop Click and Drive halftime show. Be coming up here momentarily. We'll have updates from the big Division I matchups going on today. Also have a few predictions from some of the games coming up later on. We'll have first half stats, and who knows what else we'll have. Maybe a couple stories. You never know what we have until for our Ben Minot Shop Click and Drive halftime show. Maybe even a few lies, our producer says. You never know with us.
Hey, folks, Carolina Renaissance Festival going on over in Cabarrus County at the Poplar Tent Community off 73 Poplar Tent Road. And folks visit that from all over North Carolina and the Southeast. And you can go to Carolina Renaissance Festival and enjoy your weekend there. Some nice turkey legs, some nice food. And it's been great the times that I've been, and sometimes you just go for the food. But renfestinfo.com is some things have changed from previous years, but go to renfestinfo.com. The event takes place now through November the 19th. November 20th, I'm sorry.
The Knights set to punt this one away. Back deep to receive here is going to be Christian Wood. Yep. And that one's over the head, and that's going to be a safety. As that goes over the head of Cook. And a safety there for the Rams. And now the Knights will have to punt this one to the Rams, still into the wind.
Well, look at the good side. They haven't done it 4 times like Weber State did.
Yeah, you showed me the video of that.
With the punting situation for, I think it was Weber State. They centered the ball 4 times away from the punter and had 4 safeties in one game.
Yeah, that was wild. You showed me that video, and at first when you told me, I was like, I know he's not lying, but there's no way that's true.
You had to watch it.
And you have to watch it to see it, and it was...
We should have saved that story for halftime and told it and asked if it was the truth or a lie.
Yeah. Hey, so they said they want to run it down to 53?
I said they want to... We just heard them say they want to run the clock down to 53.
Yeah,
was it 57? Now it's at 20 minutes.
Hey, it was just Halloween.
Yep. Now they got it down to 53, so taking 4 seconds off the clock. I thought you were supposed to punt the ball back, not kick it off.
You do either now.
You can do either now. I did not know that rule, so I apologize.
And they're going to have offsides as well.
And they're going to get a good spot at the 35, find a hole, turn it up the field, get across midfield and down to the 40. And they're going to be able to tack 5 more onto it, and they'll have the ball all the way up at the 35, Perry.
Yeah, that's going to be good field position. And I think we have a flag on the far side as well.
I don't see one. There might be one, but I don't see it if there is.
Referees are discussing something over there as well, but I don't see a flag. As we have come to a screeching halt. Yeah, it used to be the officials would get together after every penalty flag and they'd huddle up and they could call. Now they wear the headphones where they can speak and talk to each other to save what save some time, but sometimes it doesn't. So
Gray was the return man there.
Offsides on the kicking team is declined.
Puts the ball at the 40. And great field starting position. And look at the way they're stacked up here, Perry. They got 4 receivers stacked on top of each other here on the near side. And they toss it over here near side. And they'll get the ball up to the 35, Thomas Lee. They empty the backfield, put quads in a straight line near side, and put a man to the top. Ran a little screen play.
41 on the clock. 2nd and 5.
5 receivers again. Surich rolled out. He slings one up, and his man comes back for it, but bounces off his chest. It's Ebron, and a dangerous throw as chasing after it was Irwin. But Ebron can't bring it in as that hits his chest.
And that ball was up in the air for a long period of time.
Stopped with 35 seconds left here.
It wasn't a bad pass. It was right at the intended receiver.
Again, they stacked the receivers near side for that little screen play. And that one a bad snap to Surge. He'll roll out to his right, look, and overthrow Ebron, who is streaking across the field. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down here for the Rams with 28 seconds left.
Maybe the wind got in his eyes on the last play.
It's definitely windy, and the wind has picked up. Game has went on, too.
And 29 to 6.
Yeah, 29 to 6 the score. Have to kick this.
29 to 6.
Yeah, 29 to 6 the score. Have to kick this one away.
The group, we saw a big momentum swing in the game last night. Team come out, but Bluefield Rams lead the St. Andrews Knights. Bluefield Rams lead the St. Andrews Knights 29 to 6 here on the 485. Georgia set to tip off at 3:30. We'll find a CBS radio station and listen to that on the 1-3. Western Kentucky big over the 49ers out of Charlotte. 42.
Nationals came back and won the last two to win it. I said, "Oh yeah, they did." He says, "So don't."
But the NASCAR crowning the champion this weekend out in Phoenix.
With Zane just didn't come out fortunate enough, but still, a lot of talent with him. He'll be stepping.
But a big Cincinnati fan, so we went over to Riverfront Stadium and he got in the tunnel there. And, you could get him signed helmets, gloves, thing to go to. But at my age is probably too late to watch minor league baseball teams play. And I went to like film when I go. And the Orioles and or the Ravens have to be there when I come pick you up. So one interception first quarter.
Intent accomplish. Coming out of halftime is not. Four receivers for the Knights here. To the 23. What is that, 27? Do it all the time.
Yeah, Mark and I sat out in the parking lot. As soon as we saw you had everything up, we got out of the car.
Say Williams, and has not been back out on the field since. So there's the snap to Fowler, and he'll give it to Leggett. Reminder, we'll be right back here again next week. Might be, I can't tell. It's either an 18 or a 16. Yeah, he's going to come to the side. Chambers in there, the freshman. Third for the Knights to get back into it. Only Drake May.
I have seen players develop
On a beautiful 75-degree day. Knights moving the ball here. Got a man of McCoy and overthrows him by about 3 yards. And a dangerous throw for him.
in the red zone there.
A dangerous throw.
In the red zone there, down at the Virginia 6-yard line.
So, had plenty of time. Bluefield, though, get the ball at the 40 when it hit at the 35. Down in one here for the Rams. Coach Satterfield, Coach Satterfield, that's right. I got those confused.
Matt Brown was at Appalachia State years ago.
Yep.
Gained, as we talked about in the stats, they actually outgained Bluefield in that first half.
It's going to bring up a second down and 11 here for the Knights. Ball back at their own 4. Fowler set to throw. Comes to Cook. He makes the catch at the 3rd. Looked like he had it. And then when he was out of bounds, the ball popped out.
So first and goal for Bluefield. Already.
Hurstich set to throw, and of the other Ebron out there, Jaquan. You got a good point there. That could be what he's talking about. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention if the knee was on the.
Loved ones that have, as the extra point attempt is